We're negotiating all the time.
We have 6 terrorists that are trying to negotiate with us at all times. They negotiate better than anybody. I mean, they are learning the negotiation skills.
They're teaching us.
They are.
Yeah, they do not take no for an answer.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a very good negotiator in business. And then with my kids, sometimes I'm like, God, I'm awful.
Yeah, you give in a lot.
My favorite line now it's a hard no.
It is.
And if they hear it's a hard no, that means
stop asking.
Stop asking. They're not getting it.
Well, here we are back at Hamilton's Unlocked podcast.
Once again, welcome back, Jenny.
Welcome back, Scott.
So what are we talking about today?
I'm really excited about today's topic.
Okay.
I'm
not.
So today's topic is basically what our blended life taught us about running a business.
It has definitely taught us a lot of lessons.
Yes, and I think it's made us better.
Yeah, you do?
Well, first of all, if we weren't married, we probably wouldn't be in business together. So there's that. But also, we have had to work through challenges through being a blended family, and we can take the lessons from those challenges and apply them to our business and vice versa, honestly, right? Like we learn from both realms to make us better in both realms.
Yeah, life is always teaching us lessons. How we apply them in other settings is important. And in this case, our blended family life has impacted our business, and I think our business lessons have impacted our blended family life.
Yep. So number one thing that I think has been like crossover is definitely that we have systems in place for both realms.
Yeah. You know, we came into our blended family with already a lot of good systems in our business. And we started our business and I think that was natural to have systems. You're a systems person. But we didn't have it for our family at the time. So what does that look like now? Yeah.
So winging it is not an option when you have 6 children, right?
Yeah.
Especially in a blended family with different schedules every single week. And winging it is an option if you want to run a good real estate business. Right. And so we took the practices from our business and applied them to our family in terms of meeting once a week to discuss what does this week look like? What's the calendar look like? What do the meals look like? Who needs to do what? Separating the chores. I mean, the pickups alone, like pickups and drop-offs. I think you did the math on that once. What was it, like 12 in a day?
I was sitting waiting to pick up Sage from acting and I was laughing and I thought, I wonder if anybody else has this many pickups. And I counted them up. I think it was 18 or 19?
Yeah, pickups and drop-offs of children in
one day.
Yeah, between the two
no
of
one
us.
beat. I think I offered $100 to anybody that could beat that.
Right, and no one did. Yeah, so again, you can't wing that, or you end up with chaos essentially. And we've run into that. And so having systems in our business to do the same. What does today look like? Who are we talking to today? We always list homes on a Thursday. We take photos on a Monday. Like we have a system and process for everything we do because that helps bring clarity to our family and to our clients.
Yeah, we have our meeting for our family on Sunday, usually before we get the kids back. And then we have our business meeting on Mondays.
That's right.
Every week.
So second thing, we know all about setting boundaries.
I've had to learn the word no.
Right. Well, yes. But, you can't be everything all the time to everyone.
You can't. No. Not when you have 6 kids and you're running a business. You have to have clear boundaries. So what does that look like from a boundary standpoint?
Yeah. So I think having clear roles is a big deal on our team. So we each know what we're supposed to be doing. And I love, frankly, that there's 2 of us because that really helps our clients. So in terms of if somebody needs to put on the parenting hat and go be the parent, they can do that, handle the meal, handle the pickups, and the other person can be negotiating the contract. And we're actually interchangeable at both, which is, I think, a really big benefit to our clients.
Yeah.
Also, I sometimes make the joke that like when I go show property on the weekend and you're home with the kids that, I got the better end of the deal because I'm like, oh no, I have to get Starbucks and listen to a podcast and meet with clients and show property all day, right? Because they're always like, oh, we're so sorry we're pulling you away from home. But it's a joke between us. But the truth is that because both of us can do both roles, it's beneficial. We don't have to give up one or the other.
I think it also makes it very clear right now at this stage in our life when things come at us, opportunities or different, people wanting us to pull in different directions. It's real simple to say, we know we want to take focus on our family. We focus on our business, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. I mean, unless it's in those 2 buckets, we're able to say no and not really spend any time doing other things.
Yeah, we don't have time for much else. We're able to draw that boundary and know what's most important now. Okay, next. We're negotiating all the time.
We have 6 terrorists that are trying to negotiate with us at all times. They negotiate better than anybody. I mean, they are learning the negotiation skills.
They're teaching us.
They are.
Yeah, they do not take no for an answer.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a very good negotiator in business. And then with my kids, sometimes I'm like, God, I'm awful.
Yeah, you give in a lot.
I do.
I'm not a giver-inner.
Yeah.
My kids pretty much know when I say no, I mean no. They might try to push.
My favorite line now is it's a hard no.
It is.
And if they hear it's a hard no, that means
stop asking.
Stop asking. They're not getting it.
But if not, you're going to keep going. But we also have to negotiate. We negotiate with our ex-spouses. We negotiate with our children. Compromise is a part of our daily life. Everyone has needs.
Yeah.
Everyone has needs. Same things goes in business. We're negotiating. Everyone wants what they want. How do we help them get it and keep the peace and find a win for all parties? That's really what negotiating is it's at its heart. It's how does everyone feel like they lost a little and won a little?
Yeah. Yeah. If you go into any negotiation and think it's all about me, I'm going to win everything, you're not a good negotiator.
Right.
You've got to sometimes see it from other perspectives and be able to give and take and learn how to have as you say, a win-win on both sides.
Absolutely. Next, we're really good at conflict resolution.
Yes. We don't shy away from it, I would say, so.
Even when it's uncomfortable, we stay in the room with whatever it is we're experiencing. Having kids, we have 2 girls that are the same age, right? And they became stepsisters overnight one day, and they're very different. And they, for the most part, get along great. But it's hard having a sister in your house and your things. I mean, think of, if anyone has a sister out there, just what that's like. They come in your room, they take your stuff. It's different when it's your stepsister because now you're being parented by 2 different people. And to learn how to help them conflict resolution and come to that place where, again, everybody feels like they're getting a little bit of something, or sometimes you have to sit in difficult moments. Like we bring that into business too, because emotions are always high in a real estate transaction. And to be the people who can come in the room and turn down the volume and say, let's listen to each other. Let's think about the goal here. What's the goal ultimately? And let's get to it is a trait we honestly use all the time with both family and business.
Yeah, I think anytime that we are trying to teach our kids what we do in business, which is sometimes you have to understand the other side. You have to see it from their perspective, and you have to almost get in their shoes to understand what are they saying. If it's all about me and it's all about my side, and you have to understand me and you have to see it from my perspective, I don't think that's ever going to push the needle in business in the right direction to get the deal done.
Right.
And I don't think it's going to push the needle with your kids if it's always about my side, my stance, my perspective, do it my way. We have to see it from their angles.
Avoiding conflict altogether.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Avoiding conflict is a conflict resolution strategy. It's just not an effective one.
That's right. It can a lot of the times cause more damage. So in business, when things go sideways and having to step right in the middle of that and be the person to calm the storm, I think we're excellent at doing that.
Yeah, I think that's a strength of ours.
All right. And finally, we are expectation experts.
Well, I think you've taught me in a lot of ways how to set my expectations at the floor. Because
setting your own expectations, yes, lower.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I tend to have expectations. I don't know, and unvoiced expectations sometimes, and tend to lead to problems down the road, right?
Yeah.
That may or may not be valid. They were never discussed.
Sure.
So I think in business, that's one of the things that you've really taught me, and that we do with all of our clients now, is setting an expectation of, okay, here's what's going to happen next. And so that we're clear, we're laying out what it's going to look like.
Right. I operate from a place of nothing is ever as bad as you think it's going to be, and nothing is ever as good as you think it's going to be. And maybe that's a really weird way of thinking, but that's just kind of how I've always set myself up, because I don't like missed expectations, because I feel like for the most part, life is good. Things are good. We're very fortunate people, right? We have healthy children, but things are going to go wrong, and they're going to go wrong in business. And we start that conversation with our clients. During our initial consults, we tell them at some point during this transaction, things are not going to go smoothly. But here's the good news. We expect that, we're prepared for it, and we will get you through it. And generally, just over communicating those expectations for our clients is so great. And doing the same thing with our family. I mean, this is as simple as we're going to the grocery store. You may choose one thing, right? You're like, no, we are not buying everything in the store. And you're not going to pitch a fit or you're not going to come back, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same principles. And I think most parents, these are kind of parenting principles, not just blended family principles. Ours is just under a spotlight due to our circumstances, but can understand that. And setting expectations with our clients is a really important part of what we do.
Well, I think that's it. Anything else that you had or wanted to talk about today?
Yeah, and I would wrap that just by saying when you hold a lot of responsibility, you're probably stronger than you think and you're better than you think you are, right? So understand that if you're getting into real estate or if you're in any sort of business and you're also running a family, like keep it up, keep going. You're doing great. Take the skills from each and create a win for yourself. And I'm just a big empowerer of moms and women in general. So I say, go get them.
Yeah. So Jenny, I think that we are still learning, and a lot of our learning, the lessons that we have learned is because we failed.
Absolutely.
We failed in our business, we failed in our personal lives. And these are things that we've now been able to implement, not only in our family, but in our business that have made us better in both areas, but we're still works in progress.
Exactly. So I think flexing muscles in one area helps you do better in the other and vice versa. And I will say, just shout out to all the people out there who are failing and figuring all this out, whether it's parenting or running a business. Yeah. Just keep going. Yeah. Keep going. One foot in front of the other is the lesson there. And if you need advice from us from a real estate standpoint, I don't know that I'd be delving out parenting advice, but certainly always there for people in any capacity. Feel free to reach out to us. And I hope you have resources in your life to help you with really everything. You know, that's why we love podcasts and books, and we like helping other people, and we like to go get that same help. So in any place, just keep going, and we're here to encourage you.
Keep going. Get knocked down 5 times, get up.
Stand up 6.
That's right.
All right.
Because I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah.